Most people think of time as a constant, a tyrant we all must obey. We only have so much of it, and we must not squander it. Therefore, we live in a constant state of background anxiety. We slowly watch the count of our days wind down. We find temporary relief from this anxious state of mind by using mind-numbing substances. These substances temporarily mask the fear of the Grim Reaper stalking us. But is time real? Is death real? Or are they only illusions that appear real from a certain perspective? That perspective being low vibration consciousness. Today we examine the illusory nature of physical life. A few years back, I signed up to play paintball at a huge facility in Los Angeles. It was designed to look like several blocks of a bombed-out city, and it was very real. For my first experience, I was grouped with about 20 strangers in a last man standing scenario. In other words, each person would hunt the others through the tangled rubble until there was only one survivor. As it turned out, I had a natural talent for this sort of thing. I grew up in a hunting culture in the state of Wisconsin. I was familiar with guns and stalking prey. As the game began, it was amazing how quickly my consciousness lowered into survival mode. The game was being played with non-lethal ammunition. However, the longer I hunted others, and was simultaneously hunted myself, the more real the experience felt. In my mind, it was kill or be killed. I was crawling, running, dodging, and shooting as I desperately ran from one place of cover to another. Several times I narrowly avoided being shot, and this increased my belief that my life really did depend on my ability to shoot the others before they shot me. By moving quickly in and out of cover, I was able to draw the fire of other players. This caused them to reveal their hiding places. Once they did this, I could expect that several other players would target them. Then I would target the other players, who had also revealed their positions. In time, each of the other players was taken out, all except myself and one other who was playing the same strategy as me. He was really good and moved really fast. It was all I could do to avoid his fire. I was constantly focused on outwitting my crafty opponent, never knowing when or where he would pop out from to shoot at me. The stress put me into survival mode completely. My whole world had shrunk. I was only aware of this battlefield and the drama I was caught up in. I can't express how real it felt to me. I became so immersed in the drama that for these moments I truly believed an illusory world was real. In addition to this, time slowed way down in my perception. It felt to me like we, the last two survivors in a dystopian nightmare, were hunting each other for hours. In actuality, it was only about 20 minutes. Finally, in one crazy, desperate, and seemingly simultaneous decision, we both jumped from our places of cover. We ran toward each other, firing our weapons repeatedly as we closed the distance. As time moved in slow motion, I was aware multiple paintballs were crossing paths in the air. I'm not sure how it happened, but suddenly my opponent was on the ground in front of me. My adrenaline was in control, and I couldn't stop firing point-blank paintballs at him. The game referee rushed over, grabbed my rifle while yelling harshly at me to stop. Gradually my senses returned, and I remembered it was just a game. I'm so lucky my opponent was a good sport and understood I had become lost in the illusion. We shook hands and congratulated each other on a game well played. Which brings me to the point of this story. The longer I live in this physical experience, the more convinced I am that it's just like the paintball park. It's an illusory playing field we chose to participate in to enact dramas and experience certain situations. These dramas increase our empathy and understanding for the expansion of our consciousness. I also believe that once the game is over, our perspective about the whole thing changes and we find appreciation for the experience. Another observation is that the more we're in survival mode and fear, also known as low vibration, the more real and important the Earth game feels to us. We react as if nothing exists outside or beyond the physical scenario we're engaged in. Preservation of the ego predominates our thoughts, and very little regard for the welfare of others is demonstrated. This is how the low vibration matrix of the Earth sustains itself, by making sure the people have no ability to give their time and attention to higher consciousness, thoughts, and activities. To accomplish this, it constantly puts the majority of the population into survival mode. The fear and anxiety of the countdown to death's doorway can be defeated. This happens when we expand our consciousness and raise our vibration. When we recognize the temporary and illusory nature of our physical existence and the magnificence of our eternal spiritual reality. Now we are free to learn and love without stress. Our lives become enjoyable play as we realize it's all about experiences that expand us. It's also about challenges we perhaps naively signed up for. We can even come to appreciate and look forward to the curtain falling on our current drama. We understand that rest and renewal awaits in the spiritual interlude. Then one day, when we're ready, we may incarnate again to have new adventures in the physical illusion.
Hello, feeling stuck in a downward spiral of negativity? Mentagenesis.blog by Daniel Wolfert is the vibe shift needed. Dive into mind manifestation principles that turn setbacks into epic comebacks. It's like having a personal trainer for your brain, quick, easy, and full of illuminating insights. Seriously, each article or video has so many aha moments I can't believe it's absolutely free. Thank you, Daniel. You've given me the tools to manifest my dreams, and I can't recommend this blog enough.